Rewards credit cards with no annual fees? They aren't talked about so often, but that's why I made this video. There are a variety of credit cards out there that do provide some good rewards, cashback, and points that aren't as complicated as some premium cards. And in this video, we'll go over what I feel are the best no annual fee rewards credit cards. Hey there, welcome to Venture with Jazzy. On this channel, I talk about credit cards and money saving habits. If you like the video, please leave a thumbs up and consider subscribing. The first on this list is the Capital One SavorOne Cash Rewards credit card. The SavorOne credit card is a really cool card because it does offer a lot of cashback options, and better yet, it has no annual fees. The card offers 3% cashback on dining, entertainment, streaming services, and grocery stores. And if you like to use Uber and Uber Eats, you're in luck because this card offers 10% back until November 2024. There's also higher cashback options if you use Capital One's travel portal. And don't worry, if you didn't know, when you open this credit card, you'll automatically have access to that Capital One portal. That's just a question I had in mind at the beginning, so now you know. And something to note about this card is you do get a welcome bonus of $200 after you spend $500 within the first 3 months of owning the card. And the cashback, it won't expire on this card for its entire lifetime, so you don't need to worry about that. And then there's no limit on how much you can earn, and plus there's no foreign transaction fees. And as for the cons of this card, Target and Walmart are not included in that grocery store 3% cashback category, so if you do like to go to those stores for your normal everyday grocery stores, that's just something you should keep in mind. So to sum it up, if you like to spend money on dining, streaming services, or Uber, then this card could be a pretty good choice for you. Number 2 and 3 are the Chase Freedom Flex and the Freedom Unlimited. Both of these credit cards are excellent no annual fee credit cards for those who are looking to earn rewards on their purchases. In fact, a lot of people do opt to get both of these cards because of how broad their cashback options are. So let's go over the two cards. The Freedom Flex is pretty special because every quarter they have rotating categories and you can earn 5% from these categories. Some categories include gas, grocery stores, Amazon, and even Lowe's. And here's a chart where you can look at the past year's categories because it always changes and it's never the same. So this quarter we have Amazon and Lowe's. This card will also give you 5% cash back through Chase's Ultimate Rewards portal, which includes getting hotels, rental cars, and travel. And then you get 3% back on drugstores, dining and delivery, and 1% back for everything else. As for the Freedom Unlimited, we have 5% back at Chase's Ultimate Rewards portal, so it's the same, the hotels, the travel, and the rental cars, and then 1.5% back on everything else. And that's where the Freedom Unlimited kind of shines a little more because we use this 1.5% cash back on all those miscellaneous purchases versus getting 1% cash back. And as for the cons of the cards, for the Freedom Flex, you do need to remember to activate that quarterly rotating spending category or else you won't be getting that cash back. But I actually found that it wasn't so hard to remember because I found that 2 weeks after the quarter started, Chase would send me an email to remind me to activate it, and there was no problem there. Also, if you do like to shop at Costco, the Freedom Flex, it runs on Mastercard, and Costco doesn't accept Mastercard. But you should know that the Unlimited does run on a Visa, so it's kind of nice to have both of those. And then another con to be aware of is both of the cards, they do have a 3% foreign transaction fee, so try not to go travel with these. And as for how to receive the cash rewards, it's relatively simple. So you can either choose to receive it as statement credit or direct deposit, or you can use it through Chase's Ultimate Rewards portal. And I found that using it through the portal is actually a better method because you do generally receive a better cent per point value. And both of these cards are currently offering a sign-up bonus of $200 after you spend $500 within the first 3 months of opening the cards. And I do own both of these cards, so if you'd like, you can use my referral link down below in the description. Number 4 is the Bilt Mastercard. I've made a full video of the Bilt Mastercard because there's so much to offer, so make sure you watch it either up here. And getting into the card, Bilt Mastercard is known for getting points on rent. You can get 1 point per dollar spent on rent for up to $100,000 a year, which is like $8,000 a month. And if you don't pay rent, Bilt still might be worth it for you because apparently Bilt can also be used to pay for HOA fees. I found on Reddit that someone said they do pay their HOA fees, and even Bilt themselves commented that it's possible. This card also provides more rewards, which include 3 times the points on dining, 2 times the points on travel, and 1 point for everything else. Now, to mention that on the first of every month, there is a day called Rent Day where you can get double the points except on rent. For dining, you get 6 times the points, travel, you get 4 times the points, and everything else except for rent would be 2 times the points. And also to mention that Bilt just released this new thing called Bilt Dining, where you can get up to 11 times the points on select restaurants within the Bilt app. I feel that's pretty cool and really worthwhile, so make sure you check that out if you happen to get this card. And as for how to redeem points, it's also pretty easy because Bilt has their own portal. You can either transfer your points out at a 1-to-1 ratio at the many airlines and hotels that they have in relationship, or you can use them on gym memberships or even down payments. So make sure you watch my video on getting all this information if you're interested. Oh, and also the cons of this card. You do need to make 5 transactions per month in order to get all those points in rent, or else Bilt will only give you 250 points. So make sure you don't forget that. Number 5 on this list is the Citi Double Cash credit card. Next, we're getting into the more low maintenance credit cards, but I do feel that they are pretty strong in rewards without overcomplicating the process. And Citi, they have pretty good rewards as they will offer 2% cash back on everything. This card also has no cap on how much you're spending, so if you do have a big purchase coming up and you don't really feel like going into those premium cards, this could be a good option for you. Some of those cards out there do have caps on their limits of how much you're spending, but for this one, you don't really need to worry. And as for how to redeem the points, you can get them through statement credits, direct deposit, checks, and thank you points, which is part of Citi's portal. And as for the cons of this card, the points can expire after 12 months of inactivity, so make sure you keep that in mind if you kind of forget this credit card. Also, there is a 3% foreign transaction fee. Number 6 is the Apple Card, and I also made another video on this, so please take a look because there's a lot to this card as well. I do feel that this card deserves to be on this list as it has no annual fee and does offer great cashback rewards, and I do feel that it's pretty simple to use, especially for beginners. This card offers 3% cashback on select stores, which include Apple, Nike, Uber, ExxonMobil, and 2% back when you just use the Apple Pay option. If you can't use Apple Pay, you can still use the card, just use that titanium credit card for 1% cashback. Also, another thing about this card is they will give you cash back daily. Unlike a lot of credit cards out there, they tend to give you that cash back at the end of the month, but Apple, they will give you cash back at that transaction, which is really great if you just want to see how much you're saving. Another thing to note is what Apple just announced, which is their high yield savings account. So they will give you up to 4.15%, which is pretty competitive out there among high yield savings accounts. And as for the cons of this card, that 3% cashback is only valid within the US. And also, if you can't use Apple Pay, then that's also a major con of this card, because if you're just getting 1% cashback on these transactions, then there's a lot of other options that could be better than this card. But more and more stores are getting Apple Pay, so hopefully in the future, this won't be too much of an issue. So those were my top picks on what I feel are the best no annual fees rewards credit cards. What is your favorite, and do you own any of these? I'd really like to know in the comments below. And finally, if you haven't subscribed, please do so, and I'll see y'all in another video. Bye!